Namaste, hello, this is Jewel from Goddess Creative. I know I haven't done a video for a while. It's been a really busy week last week. Really, I'm just wanting to check in and say hi and just give a little update. Last week was really busy. I have been setting up all my financial affairs regarding getting organized regarding crypto. In the respect, I finally set up a PTY Ltd company here in Australia, and also put it through a family trust. And I'm thinking, like, if you haven't already done so, it is something that's really important to do, and a really good way, because, well, let's face it, we've all got to pay tax. We're going to have these crypto gains and we've still all got to pay tax. So it is something that you should really consider setting up. I don't know, I think a lot of other countries in Europe are a lot better, but there is, for tax wise, as far as crypto is concerned. But here in Australia, I think it's like 49%. Is what you get taxed over a certain amount, and the amount that we will be eventually cashing in, it will be definitely over a certain amount. So it's advantageous to set up something that you can trade under, whether it be a PTY Ltd company for here in Australia. I don't know what it is for in America, but I know a lot of my friends in crypto have set up different companies and things like that so they can trade under, so the tax isn't so great. I think it takes it down to, like, for here in Australia, it takes it down to like 27.5%, which is so much better than 49%. So it's worth setting up. And I would like to say, you can set up a lot of these companies, and I know you can here in Australia because I've just done it online. You don't have to go to a financial advisor or an accountant or a lawyer to do it. It's all done through a law company, but you can do it actually online. I mean, for me to do it this way, I have already set up companies previously in my life. This is my third PTY Ltd company I've set up in an online process, and it's smooth and it's easy to do, and it's not that complicated. So I just wanted to let you know that you don't have to necessarily make an appointment and go to find your solicitor or whatever to do it. You can actually do it online. The trust is also, you can do it online. It did take me, I do have to admit, I didn't want to, because I wanted to set this up all properly, and because it's less complicated if you're not adding anybody else in, but because I was adding my family in and my daughters, when I set up the family trust, and I've set up the trustee as the company, and then the beneficiaries are my family, obviously. That was a little bit more complicated, but it's still doable online, and the fees are so much less to do it via doing it online. It did take me about 4 days of reading and researching and learning how to set it up and set it up properly, and there was a call number where I got to call and speak to the lawyers, like a really short call, to find out if I've set it up correctly and all that kind of stuff. But I believe that I have, and the amount of research that I've done on government agencies here in Australia helped me understand and learn what I was doing. So I did all the research. This is probably not a great idea for you to do if you don't like doing your own research and learning. It worked for me because I was doing my own research and learning. So yeah, so I've just done all that. That's taken me days. So that's why you probably haven't heard from me, but I was saying I'm not going to post videos a lot, and I really only wanted to post when I had something important to share or tell you. I have been checking in with Spirit, and I still get that, yeah, we will move up. I do get we will. I actually get that, and look, this is not financial advice, do your own research and all that. I still get that we're going to go up. So I do get with Bitcoin, and I've been checking this regularly, but I still get with Bitcoin we're going to go to around about 44 or 45,000, between 44 and 45,000 US before we have a pullback drop. Now, I was saying that pullback drop was going to be 40% for Bitcoin. I just, and all the way along for the last 6 months, I've been getting 40%. I'd like to say that. But today I got it being 30%. I got the pullback for Bitcoin will be 30%. When it gets between 44 and 45,000, it'll be a 30% pullback. Now, not financial advice. I'm always so unsure when I'm asking Bitcoin prices. The reason why I'm so unsure with Bitcoin prices is because it's so heavily manipulated and it changes so much. And the novice person that's probably looking at my information now, not understanding what I'm saying is about spiritual energy and how the information moves and changes, will not understand this. So if you're new to information regarding, and you don't understand that when I'm predicting this information that it's not set in stone, you'll have a hard time understanding this, because you'll think that, oh, okay, psychic intel, they see this, so why doesn't it just play out? It doesn't play out as easily and smoothly because the collective consciousness is always moving and changing. And that's why it's not set in stone. So the collective conscious is us, all of us across the globe, across the planet, having a thought and influencing and changing outcomes. But so that's why I keep checking all the time. And I get the altcoins still the same. I get them going to have this move up. They are starting to move up now, and we've had some great moves. I have particularly had really, really good moves in seeing DOT. DOT has really, really moved, and I was recommending DOT back when it was like $4, $5, and it got up to 20, and I think it's moved back down to 17 at the moment. Same with Chainlink, really, really great moves. It's had amazing moves, Chainlink has. Cardano, still continuing its great moves. I was recommending it when it was around about 6 cents. I think it's currently, it's hit in its, what is it? I don't know what it is right now, but I think it's up past 36, 37, 38 cents. May have even hit 40 cents. I don't know. So this is what I'm trying to say to you. There's still when Bitcoin goes sideways, the altcoins start to make some gains. They're not all going to run at the same time. Some will have spurt, some will have pullbacks, and then others will take off. And that's how it moves and it changes. But they're all gradually starting to move higher. And that's what I'd like to share with you, okay? So going back to what I got with, so I get where this consolidating sideways, the altcoins are starting to move a bit higher, right? Now, I do, as I said, I do get that it won't be long for Bitcoin to get to this next move up, which will be, well, I get it not long. you know, maybe this week. I'm not sure exactly. As I said, it's not set in stone. Your timing is the hardest thing with predicting information regarding this market, because it's a constant 24-hour, second of the day moving, changing market, and the collective conscious has an influence on this market. So it's incredibly hard to predict. It's not set in stone what it's going to be next week, but when from Psychic Intel looks at it at an overall, as the overall, I still get it going up. I still get it having a pullback though too. Yes, we had a pullback, and I was thinking when I did the last video that yes, it was a retracement and a pullback. I still get we're going to have this other one coming. So it's a constant looking and checking. It really is. So I do get it's going to get, you know, over 40,000, as I said. Well, I got the price for Bitcoin, you know, around about 44, over 44 definitely. Hey, it's Bitcoin, and it's the hardest one to predict. It really, really is. But as far as the altcoins, I don't like to predict Bitcoin. You would know if you followed my videos at any stages, because trying to get the timing right and all that. But I do get, once it gets to that stage, this is for Bitcoin, is when it's going to have this pullback, and all the market will have a pullback too then. So, and I do get that altcoins will have a pullback, but they'll all pull back at different percentages. And I was saying that Zilliqa won't pull back as much, and I still do get that. But it's a constant checking and checking in, depending on how much they've had a run too. You know, what, you know. So, but you don't disappointed, because you're not going to lose all the gains. Yes, you'll lose some gains, but then it'll go back up again. As I'm going to keep saying, I still see it's the end of first quarter, more especially into the middle of this year, that we're going to see the greatest altcoin runs, okay, and new, and I'll still say it. I get amazing new highs for altcoins for this year. It's not next year, it's this year, you know, and these gains will come, I believe, this year. And my timeline may have been pushed out, but I still get it as this year. Something's going to happen at the end of the year with a lot of the cryptos, so I do sort of get that, but I need to spend time looking at these things, because the market is so volatile. That's why I can't do readings and all that, and somebody just put in important things in this market to be focusing on, especially for those of us who are quite heavily in the market now, and we need to really be seeing where the market is going and what to be doing. And so I did want to say that yes, you should have your outs already worked out, how you're obviously registered with exchanges, and you've put your bank accounts into exchanges and things like that for your outs back into fiat, right? Which is, yes, a good idea, but you need to have a few avenues of doing that, of getting out of the market. And I do believe that crypto debit cards or credit cards are really, really good. This is an Australian one. I don't want to promote it too much. This is just a debit card where you deposit a certain, this is only for Australia, you deposit a certain amount of crypto and they turn it into AUD for you, and then you use that AUD to pay at restaurants and shops and all like that. It's just like a debit card. But there is many more. This one at the moment, I've just contacted support because there's something going on with it. This one is btc.com.au. So I'm trying to contact support with them at the moment, so I don't want to promote it too much until I find out. I haven't heard back from this support, but I want to, it's more about me saying to you, for Australia here, we've also got the Living Room of Satoshi, where you can pay all your bills via BPay, via their service, or which is like it's not an exchange, but it's a service they provide, and it's called Living Room of Satoshi here in Australia. But you can pay any bill, even government bills, any mortgages, anything via a few different select cryptocurrencies. So it's really, really a good way. It's a good off ramp, and it's something that we really should be looking at, particularly into as these cryptos have already gone higher, but as they go higher and higher, it's very advantageous to be paying your bills in crypto. They change from, the service allows you to pay in your crypto, they change it to fiat, and then it's be paid out via fiat for you. And they take a percentage. So this is really advantageous for us that are in the crypto space. Initially right now, but you won't want to be doing it because you're waiting for the runs still. Some have run, but you'll be waiting more for the run. But what I'm trying to say to you, you should be setting up all of these now, because trying to set them up later is going to be harder. And I would like to say, so I'm looking at the Australian one of the crypto.com, because crypto.com, I did do a reading on crypto.com, their cards. They have their cards that you can order, which is like just like a debit card as well, debit credit card, right? So I'm looking at getting one of those ones. You can get them all around the world. You can get them in Europe. I'm pretty sure you can get them in America as well. But I did do a reading on crypto.com, and they have their own crypto. I'm not talking about their crypto. I'm talking about an off-ramp for you using their debit card is what I'm talking about. Okay, so I know that there is people here in Australia that have ordered that one and used it in Brisbane. So look at this kind of thing as you're using your off ramps, because they're going to be a great saving for you. So yeah, crypto.com, look back and see my video. I did a video on it. I get good energy for crypto.com. I'm not talking about their cryptocurrency here. I'm talking about their exchange, right? And their exchange that provides you an off-ramp, right? Which is the debit cards. And there's all different debit cards for all around. No, there's ones for Europe, and I think there's ones for the US, and there's also one for Australia. So we can change into fiat, and then we use that. We deposit in you can deposit in with fiat, but you can also deposit in with crypto, and then change that crypto into fiat, and then use it just as a debit card to go to a restaurant or to buy stuff and all that, and buy stuff online, I'd like to say. So this is really advantageous, and you should be looking at these things now, because this market, if you don't think this market is hot enough and very volatile and going crazy, it is. This is a great way to take advantage of that and trade up and put some into like one of these debit cards and put it into fiat, and then for you to be able to use it. Pay your bills, pay your rent, pay your mortgage, pay your electricity bill, whatever it might be, but is a really good one. Another one here for Australia, and I know all of you that follow me are not in Australia, but that's why I was mentioning the crypto.com, because I know it is worldwide, and I have done a reading on it, and I get that it's good. But another one here for you people here in Australia, I'd just wait with the btc.com.au one, because I want to hear back from support, even though I do own their debit card. But another one I'm thinking about getting is the coin jar one here. They have a debit card as well. So these are great off ramps, and I would like to recommend them, that you investigate these and you do your research and start setting up these off ramps, because you just don't want to be only having one off ramp and putting it all out into just one place. If you can put it into other places and then start paying bills that way, is great. But yeah, there is a lot of services online. The Living Room of Satoshi is Australian one, okay, and we can pay any bills, anything BPay with through that, which is great. So that's a great service, and I'm sure there's other ones around the world. I don't know what the law is, obviously, for the US. It's a lot different, but I know in Europe there's probably other ones you can use. So yeah, I've probably rattled on too long again. I want to, please, I'm just clarifying, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, but really, organize yourself now, because we're still waiting. I understand we're still waiting, and I won't be ready for these great runs yet until I see this next bit up for Bitcoin. And from what I'm getting is this up and then this pullback and then this run is what I'm getting. So this is me personally. Might be different for what other people are getting, but this is me, what I'm getting. And again, not financial advice. Start doing your research and ways you can spend your crypto. As you know, you can spend your crypto online. This is advantageous to do that when you look up all these businesses. You can research businesses that'll accept cryptocurrency. There's a lot of them. Perhaps you might like to share below for everyone else in the comments below. Share places that we can spend our crypto, because this is going to be really, really important going forward, okay? Especially when some of these prices are getting really high. You need to have out. We can't be, and we need to be taking some outs all the way along the line as well, So yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there. That's all I wanted to share today. Keep the faith, people. We are moving in a very volatile market, but this will all unfold as we think it will. Okay, namaste.